Yeah, it is warm, and then it's freezing outside.
There's a nice little radiator on there. That's why I walked in and I could feel the temperature as you walk in.
Yeah, and it's dry. It's that dry artificial heat that
You got the right
wintry people.
the right shirt for it.
Yeah, that's right. Seasonal, topical, always topical.
I'm just checking my sound levels, but that's fine. If I put it on high, I pick up too much of Masked Intruder. If I put it on low, I don't pick up enough.
Who can say?
So I'm just going to shoot while you talk, if that's alright.
Yeah, no worries. Not at all.
What are we drinking?
Little ginger, lemon, and honey tea.
Vocal.
Yeah, local. I'm trying not to get sick. We're visiting some friends after this tour, so I don't want to be ill. I want to have a good time.
Right, I'm going to start off the interview proper with one question. What the fuck are nut huggers? Why are they on your rider? And why did TMZ find out about it?
I don't know. Those are that's kind of secrets of the industry. It would be maybe irresponsible of me to divulge everything. You know what I mean? Like that's why we have the we're more of a proscenium arch kind of band. You know what I mean? Like everything that happens with us, everything interesting that happens with us happens under the proscenium arch. But nut huggers. I don't know when in Europe, but see what you can get away with. See how ridiculous the items on your rider can be, and actually have people fulfill.
Really?
And yeah.
It just seems, it feels like in the last 12 months, TMZ have just become obsessed with Mike and anything Mike does, and any of his bands. Like, I must have seen about 5 or 6 TMZ reports about Mike doing X, Mike doing Y, FX doing X.
Yeah, he's certainly, he gets around, he gets into shit, you know what I mean? Like, it's yeah. I get, and they're wanting for, it's been a while since Britney Spears' breakdown, you know what I mean? And the Kardashians have their own show. Like, most of these people are cagey enough, like, if they're paparazzi fodder, then fuck it, I'll just have my own show on the E! Network, on the paparazzi network, and actually get paid for it. And then Lindsay Lohan, she seems like she kind of, like, stays indoors most of the time anyway, so I mean,
You think they're scraping the barrel with it?
it may be a lack of, what's that?
You think they're scraping the barrel? You guys?
No, I don't mean to disparage Mike's, he's an interesting guy, you know what I mean? He does interesting shit. So yeah. I don't know what else
to... There's no answer to being on TMZ, it's weird.
No, it's really strange. And then I do love watching their those segments where they do seem a little bit dramatized, where they're talking about the, like, sort of, they're going through the minutes of the day, you know what I mean? Like, we're gonna use this, and this, and there's this really weird sense of entitlement that they all have to, like, intrude into people's lives. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah.
Like, when you talk, like, it's like the meeting that they do, like, but it's filmed too. And there's the one guy, I forget his name, but he kind of leads the meetings and decides what is and what isn't interesting,
It's
But
a strange thing.
But yeah, it's just a foregone conclusion that they have the right to like intrude into the most private moments of people's lives. It's very interesting to me.
Right, we'll get on to kind of normal-esque questions, because I had to ask about it because it seemed bizarre as heck to be popping up.
Well, I don't think Mike is objecting to that kind of thing.
It's free publicity.
No, it's on display. I think, you know what I mean. Like, he likes other people to watch.
He's a voyeur.
I don't know if he's so much of a voyeur, but yeah, I don't know what exhibitionist.
Yeah, that's the one. The other way around. Back in Birmingham tonight, it feels like it's been a while.
The Midlands, man. It has been a
It's
little
been
while.
at least 2.5, 3 years since
It's
we
been
were
a
here.
year. I think we were here actually close to Christmas time in 2015.
Which was Leicester, wasn't it? You were on-
No. I
Yeah,
thought.
yeah. You did the year.
No. It was all the elves. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. So it has been a while.
Yeah, because we didn't do every show.
And we were over at the Academy and the Distillery, that great record store.
Yeah,
It was
I think
just
that
across the
That was
street.
the last time. It was February 2014, I think.
Makes
Birmingham.
sense.
Then it was Leicester with the Skints and.
Yep. Yes. That makes perfect sense now. And then we walked underneath that like, man, those fucking subways, man. Like I don't get it. Like,
It's weird.
you know, like why you wouldn't put like a guard, you know, just something, you know, like right in the middle of those things, like every one of those things. I don't know, man, because there's always somebody there, and they're always like kind of like squaring off with you, you know, like.
You walk down then.
No, I won't
I don't
walk down.
fucking blame you, man. Like,
If we get out of a gig past 10 o'clock, I'm not going down the subway.
no, because drinking is like, because booze for England is like heroin for Portugal, man. Like but nobody seems to have a problem with it or recognize it as like a national like disgrace. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. Like you can't walk around at 11 p.m. Like fuck you, man. Like this is a city. Like what the fuck? That's a fallen world, man.
What's it like to be back in the UK anyway? Because you've done a few dates.
Kind of like that. You know what I mean? Like, all right, like the South is a little bit more like being in like an American city, so that puts you kind of at ease, just as far as like the ethnic makeup. But then again, like Birmingham is that way too. I have a weird feeling if I were to drive for 10 miles in any direction, you know what I mean? Like that I wouldn't want to be in a room full of people.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird. I was kind of anxious to see if there were going to be any. I knew there wouldn't be, you know. Like since the vote went down, I was anxious to see if anything had changed, you know. But it doesn't. I guess hate crimes are up. That's what I've heard.
Supposedly.
That's what they say exactly.
I'm not in the
You're not in either camp.
No, well, I'm not in the camp where I think I'm going to get hate crimes against me, thankfully. But
No, right. No, we got to be realistic at the same time.
Yeah.
Like we can't be
it's
sensitive little
happened,
snowflakes.
but yeah, I'm in the majority where I voted to stay.
Yeah, but I mean, Brexit is the other side of that coin. You know what I mean? And Brussels didn't do them any favors either. I don't know, man. Like I hate Brussels too, but sometimes you got to vote with your head, not your heart. And I'm not talking about Brussels as like a monolithic, like, you know, center of. I'm talking about I just fucking hate it there. You know what I mean?
The venues and the
Just the whole vibe. I don't know. I guess I'd rather be in the French part than in the Flemish part. Just because, I don't know. It's a little more Mediterranean or something. I don't know.
what have the crowds been like on the tour? Because you've had some fair-sized venues to play.
Yeah, you know, typical, like the continent, people are essentially polite. France, we're still scrapping, you know what I mean? So we're playing smaller rooms, but we've been filling up the smaller rooms and having just real kind of barn burners for shows, which is like, that's a lot of fun, especially on a tour when you're playing bigger rooms to kind of do that. It kind of, it's like Jay Bentley said, if you could take that energy from that little room and bring it to a festival stage or to a big, you know, where everything is kind of disembodied, you can kind of see the people, you know, but you can't really feel that, you know, there's a lot of pressure being like face to face with people. And if you could bring that energy to you know, to the bigger stages, then, you know, and it's easier to remember when you have shows like that in the tour. I don't know. Does that Spain was a little bit they were a little asleep this time, I gotta say. But they showed up nonetheless, so we will take their money and spend it in England.
In terms of supports, you've brought Masked Intruder on tour with you.
Indeed.
Which, in the spate of so many bands seemingly getting their shit stolen, is that a handy thing to have. They're
Here in the UK.
Well, all over the world.
Yeah.
This is in the UK and America. Like, is it handy to have criminals with you, kind of as a protection racket almost?
Certainly. Yeah, all right. I'll go with that. I don't have much to add to it, unfortunately. But, yeah, I heard in Rome, people shop for the gear that they're going to rob in the weekly papers. Because they know somebody at the venue. They know somebody at the hotel you're staying at. So they're like, these guys look like they're going to have some good shit. You know what I mean? And like, there's some cities where they're just like, they're so good at it. Never played Naples. They haven't played Rome yet either. I would love to play both places. Naples is one of my favorite cities on earth.
Still never got there. Well, I mean, what is the music scene like over in Italy?
It's like dance. You know what I mean? They dig dance, but it's ready. The other shoe is about to drop, man. It's ready for rock and roll. Like, there's still like 60s punk festivals like on like Sardinia and all through the peninsula. Like they love like garage 60s punk, like kind of that sort of stuff. You know, it's just, as far as like a monolithic like mainstream pop culture, it's all this kind of trash like dance kind of stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean? You can watch it like for 10 or 15 minutes ironically, but then it's just, man, like this has to stop. Man, this is and they don't even have like the cool sort of old 80s trashy things. Like, you know the way Germany does? Like if you watch German late night TV, there's always some drunk guy with a sailor's hat like badly singing like Schlager songs, you know? And but no. There's some good late night rye programming though. Like Italian Spider-Man. Have you ever seen that? Look it up. It's really, really funny.
Sounds it. Greatest hits album out in April.
Yeah.
How did you just draw them out of a hat, or how does one assemble a greatest hits of great hits?
Every Gimmie's album feels like greatest hits to me.
I guess just, you know, the ones that the crowds responded to, you know, that you kind of know which. Now that we've been disrupted by, you know, by Apple and Google and live streaming and whatever else, now you know exactly which songs people respond to because they can parse everything and, you know. Yeah,
I suppose you can go on Spotify, see which are the most played songs, and then
listen to the entire record for free. Yep.
Yeah, that's why the music industry is diminishing.
Well, you could look at it like it's separating the wheat from the chaff too. There's only the really serious people are going to be in it into their well into their 30s, or rich guys and girls. You know what I mean? Like, but other than that, like if you're not serious and if people aren't serious about liking you, like you should probably find another line of work. We could talk about a universal basic income. You know what I mean? Like I think that's a great idea, but that seems like a conversation for another day. Yeah,
getting a bit heavy. Was there a temptation to record new material for the Reagan album, or was it a case of putting it together because of timing?
No, my temptation is to do 7 inches, to do solely 7 inches from now on, because then you're not stuck with a theme that you sort of have to adhere to, and then you really do, like towards trying to get 11 or 12 songs, you really wind up scraping the bottom of the barrel, because you're like, not only do you have to suit this theme, but then those songs within that theme have to suit your particular idiom, such as it is. Yeah. And it's a lot of challenge with, you know, sort of dubious payback in my mind. I would much rather, especially in this day and age, now that the whole like business model of releasing full length records, that is, has been disrupted, to just do 7 inches, because basically you're giving people something to listen to that they'll want to come see you live, and maybe a little boutique-y item to have on your table.
I know you said you wanted to do that with like Revolt stuff at one point when we've discussed it in the past, because obviously you've been trying to put something together for some years again. You said like a 7 inch would be.
Yeah, no, I would love it. In fact, we were planning to do just that. It's all happening just very slowly. Because I'm doing it on my dime too, so it's you know. Yeah. And my whole business model was disrupted by a bunch of cunts from Silicon Valley, man. You know what I mean? So it's so my dime is a little. Anyway,
Not going as far as it used to.
No.
Two stupid questions to finish off, but obviously I know you used to make pizzas / potentially still do make pizzas.
I still do make pizzas,
Have you
man.
got your own restaurant?
No.
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 So the reason I ask
Someday I'd love to have an arcade pizza place. That's the first place that introduced me to pizza in Pittsburgh. The place was Uncle Charlie's. I would love to open up a place like that. But no, still spinning pies. Like, I don't know. Trying not to be so much of an entitled white dude. You know what I mean? And working helps me work through that.
So the reason I ask is because Audra's email seemed to have like a bar attached to it that I was like, oh my god, they've got their own bar now. But
oh, she books the live entertainment for the Parkside in San Francisco, which is one of the last independent music venues. It's not run by one of those big kind of conglomerates.
Yeah.
One of the few remaining serious music venues in San Francisco. Yeah. So she books the live entertainment, the parties, anything that comes through the door, she's got her hands in.
So my pizza-based question was, if you're putting together a Me First and the Gimmie Gimmies pizza, what 5 toppings are you putting on there?
Man. Well, see, like, I disagree with the whole 5-topping thing, man.
I'll
Like,
put as many
you know,
toppings as
like,
well.
it,
Well, minimum top. What toppings?
I guess a Hawaiian pizza, it's like, it's not actually pizza, and it's like, you could go to jail, I think, in Italy for putting pineapple on a pizza.
I believe that in Iceland they're trying to ban it. That was in the news. In Iceland they're trying to ban pineapple on pizzas.
I think that's a great idea, but like unfortunately, like I get like secretly love the Hawaiian pizza. But yeah, I guess it would have to be the Hawaiian pizza as you know, as predictable as that sounds. So it's like Canadian bacon, essentially ham and pineapple. Hi Kent. Hi. What it is, buddy? You gotta hit the you gotta hit the can. Yeah. So yeah, I would say a Hawaiian pizza, right, Kent?
Absolutely.
That would be our pizza. It's just 2 toppings. Some people like to put pickled jalapenos on them, but just ham and pineapple for me.
Pineapple. And the last question is one of these kind of dream covers bands. So if you're going to get rid of the rest of the band and go with, should we say dead musicians? Let's say dead musicians. Who are you putting in? 2 guitarists, 1 bassist, 1 drummer.
Okay, they have to be dead, huh?
Yep.
God damn. Dave Clark's not dead yet, is he? Is Dave Clark dead yet? Because it would be Dave Clark. I don't think he's doing so hot, so I'm gonna say Dave Clark.
Wait a couple of years and then go Dave Clark.
What's that?
We'll wait a couple of years and then.
Yeah, well then I'm going with Dave Clark. I'm gonna stick with the current lineup for now, and then we're going with Dave Clark. And it's time for a reboot. Who's a dead bass player, man?
Well, there was the only one.
John Entwistle. I would have to go with.
That's a good call.
John Entwistle.
The Metallica guy that died in the bus crash.
Cliff Burton.
Yeah. Cliff Burton. That's the only. He's like dead bass player.
Sid Vicious.
What about drummer?
No, I wouldn't go with Sid
Well,
Vicious.
I say bass player with Sid Vicious. Couldn't really.
Was
Yeah,
it Dee
really.
Remain?
What about
Dee Dee from the Ramones.
Oh, you could almost all right.
all of
Dee Dee and Johnny. Okay, Johnny, we got one of the guitar players. I still gotta go with John Entwistle, man. No, James Jamerson. James Jamerson on the bass guitar, Johnny Ramone on the guitar, and then I need another guitar player. Do I not?
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's always the stupid questions that get people.
Yeah, no, because I've never, you know, these are my guys. You know what I mean? I can't replace them, especially not with dead guys.
This doesn't make much sense. Spike and the
Dead
holograms.
guitarist.
Just bring everyone back via holograms.
Yeah.
Spike and the holograms.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, Brian Jones.
And then who's playing drums? Did we say drums?
Oh, Dave Clark, but I think he's like convalescing or something now, so that's gotta count, right?
Dead or slash
It's-
dead slash invalid.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Wow, that's pretty cynical, huh? Pretty morbid.
How do you keep your whites white?
Huh?
How do you keep your whites
Oh,
white?
my wife is our sartorial visionary, and she, you know,
She cleans.
and it's not just, it's not all creative. It's, you know, there's work involved too. There's shit work. He's about to do some.
I think we'll end on that. Dead going to the toilet.
Yeah. I'm replacing you with a dead guy.